Well, all right. Ooh, turn that down. How about now? There we go. Well, all right. I'm solo this morning. Well, not 100% true, because I do have the Scoter dog with me. She is traveling in the F350 this morning. We are going to the Talbot Retriever Club. What? That light's hard to see there. The sun. We are headed to the Talbot Retriever Club's training day. Sadly, Karen is not along with us. All right, let's try this again. My apologies. That didn't work out the way I thought it would. Sorry, though. Yes, sadly, we are solo today. Just the Scoter dog and myself. We are headed west over about an hour 15, hour 20 drive into Dorchester County, South Dorchester County. And we're going to do the Talbot Retriever Club training day. Just a good experience to get Rye. Check that. Good experience to get Scoter, into that hunt test and testing, trialing, not world. What I want to say. That environment. It's hard to create that by yourself when you're training. You can do a lot of things by yourself and with the help of others, but man, when you can get 20 trucks together with, 30, 40, 50 dogs, I don't know how many there'll be, but you get a bunch of dogs together, that's just kind of recreating that testing Saturday or Sunday feel. And again, it's hard to do without going to something like this. So we did, yes. When I say we, I think of Karen. Karen, I miss you, I'm sorry. She is home with all the little hellions, which are doing very, very nice. They are, what are they? Well, when this airs, they'll probably be over 6 weeks old, but they're currently today, they're in that 5.5 week old window. They're doing very, very well. And I'm very happy with them. But when I say we, let me get back on topic, I think of Karen generally, but we would be today the Scoter dog and myself. So going to run over here, see what there is to see. Temperature's rising quickly. It was 35 when I left PBHQ, up to 43 now. I am in flip-flops, but I got the black camo Pitboss. I guess they're sweatpants, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, more sweatpants than anything else. I do have shorts along today too, so. But no, Scoter's doing really well. I'm very, very pleased with her. I feel like in that last week, we kind of made a little bit of a breakthrough with the seemed like it took forever to get to stop on the whistle not coming back to me. That's when I originally stopped her as she came back. But it seemed like it took forever to get to the point where we are stopping her going away. Use a check cord for the polypropylene rope, 100-footer. Used that for 3 times. Took it off of her. She stopped really well, but she wasn't really looking at me. So I didn't want to waste days. So I put the lead back on her. And after about a day with the check cord back on her, she definitely has the concept down that she needs to look at me. So the biggest thing that I'm most pleased is, I'm sorry, I am driving and trying to pay attention here. The biggest thing that I am pleased with her is when she stops, she's stopping in a straight line. There's no swoop. She turns going away. She'll turn to my left when we stop her, and she's sitting tight. She is hard charging, so you got a little bit of that. Maybe it's taking her 8 yards to actually stop when I blow the whistle or when she hears it, but she's turning very, very tight. Maybe try to explain it again. When I say she's turning tight, I mean from the line that she's leaving me, she does not swoop, turn wide, left or right. And then again, in her case, she turns to the left. The old coot dog, that was probably my biggest downfall with her. When I stopped her going away, I did it kind of in an archaic way. And for whatever reason, I don't know, archaic, is that a good way to describe it? How about this? An uneducated way. I stopped her, and I believe that I was told that those in the know that basically I created this big swoop in her, and she turned big to the right. So it just made it kind of challenging when you run a blind with her, especially a tight blind, and you get a 3 or 4 yard left or right. In her case, it was to the right. By the time she stops, she is 3 to 4 yards off the original line that she took. So I'm very pleased with Skoda with that. So as I pause, I'm sorry. Yeah, very pleased with that. We are going to go over here. I'm going to see what the biggest marks that we can run are. I'm just going to run them as singles. I'm not going to run any blinds with her here, just because we're not that far along yet. But I do want to see whatever the biggest Canada goose there just happens to be walking along the road. It's that time of year. They're kind of, there's a bunch there too, kind of looking for that local little stormwater management pond. Those local geese. Yes, I'm going to look for the biggest marks. I should rewind. I've never been to this club's training day. I judged I'm stuttering. I judged a field trial. Slow down. I judged a field trial back in the day. Was it one? I know I definitely did one, if not two, for Talbot, and I just have not done anything with their training day, so I'm just not sure how many dogs they're going to have to what levels. The advertisement said, hunt, test, and field trials. So if the marks look good, I might try to see if I can get her into the field trial. The white coats, more of like those derby, her age, the derby type marks. But excited about seeing what she'll do. Again, I'm really, really amped up and jacked up that she's been doing so well. Back to the pile in the yard. We've got her going over left and right. And yes, I do say left, and I do say right, not over. Many laugh, but Richard Barnes, thinking of you, I am. So, yeah, it's going to be a good day. Have not made this trip in quite a while. Back in the day, I drove this every morning to go sea duck hunting. So, as I've gotten older, I don't like to drive as far. Not being lazy, I just don't like to make my way from the house. So it's going to be pushing 65 today. It is sunny. It is a great day. Earlier in the week, we had all that rain. That's gone. Yesterday was not the warmest day, but the sun was out and it was blowing, so the yard dried out. Dried out? Yeah, dried out really nice. We got the pups out yesterday in the afternoon, and we're going to do that again today. And actually tomorrow. And then Monday, Tuesday, the rain moves back in. So just that type of a weather pattern we're in. But when it rains, I can get inside, and I have been juggling things a little bit, but been getting the decoy carving done. Never made. Yes, my original flat bottom decoys were blue wing teal, but I have not made blue wings in quite a long time. So I got a small rig of 7 blue wings. They're done. They're ready for the final sand. We'll get them branded, get them sealed up. I got to get eyes in them, get them painted, and then the rest would be 21 green wing teal. So I kind of kicked butt on them yesterday. We finally did get our fiber optic fiber optic internet. It was a cable run to the house. Ran some Cat 7 yesterday from where it comes in. I don't know what the little unit's called. Where it comes in PBHQ over to the router. Probably going to have to run a mesh system down the road as we get a little further along, because we want the highest and fastest. No, not highest. We want the fastest speed. The highest speed? No. The fastest speed internet that we can get there. So quick check on the phone. Wireless, man, it was like 180, 190, 185, 190 download speed. No. Yeah, download speed and 120 upload. Something like that. Maybe 130. Anyway, both of them were well over 100. So we're very pleased with that. Get that dialed in. But it did eat up a little bit of time. And that's, I guess, where I'm trying to go with this little tangent I went off on is that it seems like every day, especially the pups. The pups are not complaining, just explaining. The pups are a handful, and Karen's been, man, she's been awesome. Karen, salute to you. My brake pedal is very soft. Salute to you, Karen. I love you. Thank you very much. You've been kicking ass with them puppies. But yeah, it seems like every day just I try to put in a good effort on the carving, and all of a sudden I get distracted with the A, B, or C. I just mentioned my brake pedal. Finally got the Pitboss F350 back. We limped through duck season. Had a turbo issue. And as soon as the season was over, I called Cole up and said, man, at your convenience, come get her. Come get her, fix her. Whatever needs to be done, let's get it done. Turns out that the turbo that I had replaced 3.5, well, probably 4 duck seasons ago. It was actually the first year we were still clearing off Peerless Road, because the rental, I was in a Ford. They gave me a Ford Edge Sport something other. It was a very, very nice vehicle, but I remember putting some lawn equipment in the back of her and going over to Peerless Road. So it's been that long ago. So that would have been about probably a good 3.5 years ago. And basically the same turbo that got replaced was sucking oil through it, and that was my issue. So we had 3 different options we could go with putting the same turbo back on for about $3,500. And again, maybe I get longer out of it, but the last one we put on got 3.5 years out. So we could put a refit kit and put a good turbo on her, and that was about $6,500, 65, somewhere in there. And the last option, because he had her all tore apart, and I can't tell you what the fuel system is, but I did Google it, and the 6.4 Fords diesel do have an issue with the fuel system. So he said for $1,800, since it's all tore apart anyway, let's do it that way. And anyway, ended up being, I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining that it hurt, a $9,000 repair bill. But it is nice. I jumped in it the other day and had the first time driving it. I did call Karen. I said, man, I miss driving the truck. I didn't think that I did. Driving the T350 around, kind of forgot about the truck. And I guess I've driven that thing so much. I told Karen yesterday, when I jumped out of this thing, I reached down to where the T350 door handle is, and this one's up high, and the transit is down low, and I'm doing 70, and let's see if I get pulled over. She's going to be very kind. Thank you very much. Maryland State Police finest. Thank you very much, my friend. I don't know how fast you have to be going, but I guess 70 is acceptable this morning. I'm just smiling to myself. Oh, my Lanta. All right, so it is nice to drive the truck again. I do feel bad. She is dirty. Still got Geoff. She's still got, and Paulie, she's still got some PEI red mud in her fenders. So maybe late today we'll see if I can't get her cleaned off, get her scrubbed up, and put her back in the barn. So I am happy about that. So I think that's all I got. This is an abbreviated, a Pitboss podcast shorty. And once again, I am solo. Karen, I miss you, but it is what it is. This is a Pitboss podcast shorty brought to you by our very good friends at Molly's Place Sporting Goods. MyMolly's.com. They're gearing up for turkey season, and I'm about to do a CZ. Late April, they're doing a CZ dealer weekend. So got to get a new commercial made for them. So MyMolly's.com, MyMollys.com. Next up, Crabs to Go, easily found on the corner of Route 50 and Route 589 in West Ocean City / Berlin. Crabstogo.com. Next up, Duck Water Boat. Steve Hoover thinking of you. We are in the world's largest duck boat, the Ocean 32. Duckwaterboats.com. pitbosswaterfowl.com. Next up, as I navigate the Route 50 traffic, Duck Blind Bistro. We're going to fire that thing up here shortly for GAM. Tomorrow morning, actually. So duckblindbistro.com. Check them out. Also, and I did not make any this morning. I ran into Dash in real quick and grabbed my coffee. But speaking of coffee, Dirty Duck Coffee and the Pitboss Duck Boat Dark. DirtyDuckCoffee.com. We have the Gunner Kennel, man's best kennel, along with us this morning. Grabbed the Susquehanna out of the T350, threw her in the F350. Gunner.com. Check them out. And I do not have my Turtle Box with me. TurtleBoxAudio.com, because I've been using it in the carving room daily. Next up, Whaleyville Wagon Tails. Actually, Karen has a camper this morning, too. We did have the green light and okay to bring the camper along with us in the T350, but with all the pups and on and on and on, we just thought, you know what? It's going to run over solo, which I've already explained, but I like to repeat myself, don't I? Whaleyville Wagon Tails. And lastly, but not least, Pitboss Waterfowl. I actually booked 2 more days yesterday, so I'm down to like 10, I think it is. I don't know. I need to know that factually. I gotta, in my notes on my phone, I gotta update that so I can tell people accurately how many days I got. So I need to figure that one out. 8 to 10 days, somewhere in there, for the 24-25 season, and we are booking for the 2025-26 Sea Duck season right here in Maryland. So thank you very much once again. This is a Pit Boss Podcast Shorty. Happy Saturday.